Here's some pros and cons of using the National Health Service Corps (NHSC) program to pay back your student loans. If you have a moderate amount of student loans, then the NHSC program could be a good path to fast track your path to debt freedom, because they will give you up to as much as $50,000 if your HPSA score is above a 14, and that's pretty generous. Now, a lot of people, they'll just get $30,000 if they're working at a place that has a lower score than that, and of course you have to apply for this award as well. A lot more people seem to get this award these days because I get a lot of questions in my inbox and my email about how to combine this program with other possible forgiveness programs. Here's some cautionary tales. The pros of NHSC are that you can get this amount paid towards your loans tax-free. That's pretty rare because employers are not allowed to make tax-free contributions to student loans currently under 2019 tax law. But the NHSC program gives you this money tax-free, which means you get out of debt much faster than other kinds of loan and forgiveness programs. That said, the NHSC program can be really unnecessary if you're pursuing loan forgiveness. Just today, I had somebody who had a 2-year commitment with an NHSC program, but she was a dentist. And that amount of debt that they were covering for her was coming off of her forgiven balance at the end of 20 years under a pay-as-you-earn repayment program. So she was only going to be saving a percentage of that forgiven balance, basically 40% in 20 years from now. So she gets the max award or $100,000 from NHSC, but she has $400K in debt. Well, and she's only planning on staying for 2 years. Well, that $100K is coming off her forgiven balance, so she's saving $40,000, say 40% tax rate, in 20 years. So the value of $40,000 in today's dollars might only be $15,000 or so. So she is giving up 2 years of her life in a place maybe she would rather not be, and she is having $100,000 forgiven, but that amount is really only worth about $15,000. Over 2 years, that's $7,500. Certainly, she could have done other things with her life. I've had people move to NHSC sites and spend a couple years somewhere they really didn't want to be just because of loan forgiveness. If that's you, the NHSC program is not for you. Additionally, if you're trying to go for NHSC while going for public service loan forgiveness, I have some partially good news. Generally, you can use that money to cover your payments under a PSLF income-based program like Repay or Pay or IBR. The issue with that is you'll still have money left over, and then you have to use that money on top of your payments that you would make in that year. So that is basically duplicative because your loans are going to be forgiven under PSLF, especially if you're working at a not-for-profit and plan to stay there, or a government employer. So the NHSC program can just be committing yourself to something when you really don't need it all that much. You could easily go out and earn more money in the private sector in a lot of cases for the medical and dental specialties that NHSC applies to. I know there's some legislative efforts to expand the scope of this program, and we'll see if it's super useful if they keep public service loan forgiveness or even expand it. You know, a lot of these loan forgiveness programs that are sort of tertiary programs could become kind of irrelevant. You know, so I would just want you to really think long and hard about the pros and the cons of getting NHSC loan repayment, because it could really save you a lot of money if you know what your strategy is. But if you're just doing it because it sounds good, there's a super high chance that you could just be wasting either a couple years of your life or making a suboptimal career choice for a loan forgiveness strategy that you don't understand. So if you want a professional to review your situation, if you're comparing NHSC and PSLF and trying to, or maybe NHSC to loan forgiveness more generally in a 20 to 25 year context, reach out to help@studentloanplanner.com. Our team of CFP and CFA professionals would love to make a custom student loan plan for you. I'm Travis for Student Loan Planner. Thank you for watching.